Are you ready for the most controversial of my weekly video uploads? That's right, the weekly fantasy football rankings I didn't think would be, but they are the most controversial videos I upload every week. What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. These are my fantasy football rankings for week 5. We have rankings for every single position, and we do these every Thursday. Let's start off with the quarterback. I think I speak for all of us, probably. I'm just guessing that we all expect Patrick Mahomes to have a huge bounce back game. He actually did okay last week against the Lions. Didn't throw any touchdowns, didn't put up a ton of fantasy points. But man, against the Colts, this should be a shootout. T.Y. Hilton could be back. Jacoby Brissett should have a great game if T.Y. Hilton is back. Brissett's been playing pretty well as quarterback 1. I was wrong about Brissett. Man, he's lighting it up. And yeah, if he has Hilton, Brissett can do some things. Definitely a must-add in all leagues, especially if you need a quarterback. That's Jacoby Brissett. And I'm expecting T.Y. Hilton to be back. I'm not sure yet, so we do have to rank Brissett higher. I do expect, as long as the quarterback is somewhat decent, I do expect him to finish top 10 or top 7 when they do face the Chiefs. Almost a guaranteed shootout when you do play against the Chiefs because you're going up against Patrick Mahomes and that offense. The Lions always have it as the highest scoring game, the Chiefs games that is. I'd put him even ahead of Carson Wentz, maybe like right around here, and I'd put him ahead of Matt Ryan. So let's put him right here. So I got Patrick Mahomes number 1, Deshaun Watson number 2, Lamar Jackson because of the rushing ability at number 3, Jacoby Brissett, assuming that T.Y. Hilton is 100% or real close to 100%, I'm going to actually rank him this high. Carson Wentz, of course, will have a good game. Just don't know if I want to rank him in the top 3 or top 4. Russell Wilson has been playing great. And Matt Ryan, this one I'm kind of conflicted. Well, not really conflicted about. He's got a decent floor and a really high ceiling. The passing yards are almost a guarantee, right? He'll always get the passing yards. He'll always throw the ball, so the attempts will be there. He has the weapons in Hooper, Sanu, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones. He can throw the ball. Now, will he get touchdowns is the main concern here. We know Patrick Mahomes throws touchdowns. We know Deshaun Watson can throw touchdowns and score some rushing touchdowns. Same with Lamar Jackson. Jacoby Brissett can throw touchdowns. Wentz can. Now, can Matt Ryan? And that's the big question mark because touchdowns are always king in fantasy football. So he really could be ranked as high as number 2. Could be a good DFS play. But as far as season long, like you're starting him and you like starting him, but you just don't know. He's a little bit disappointing some weeks, and that's kind of been the story with the Falcons. A good team, a good offense, but never quite great, never quite can finish it off. And another one that's pretty similar is Kyler Murray. The matchup, you can't get much sweeter than this going against the Bengals. He's been running the ball more, and so that does boost his fantasy value a lot. Could easily rank him higher. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put him ahead of Matt Ryan right here because of the rushing stats. And I'm going to put both of them ahead of Aaron Rodgers because Davante Adams, let's face it, he's a super elite wide receiver. And not having him in the lineup, I don't expect Adams to play, is going to hurt Aaron Rodgers. We got to move Brady up. There's just no way I'm benching Brady over some of these guys right here. I think Brady's going to have a huge game. Let's put him right here at number 5. Going against Washington, this is a horrible, horrible pass coverage team. And on top of that, they're just a bit deflated, no pun intended. They're just not inspired. They don't even have a quarterback. It could be McCoy. It could be Haskins. It could be Case Keenum. And my guess is that it will be Colt McCoy starting. So we have a bit of a quarterback carousel going on in Washington. Like, why is this team even playing? Are they tanking? Are they not? Gruden's on the hot seat. Jay Gruden. Man, it's quite a bit of a mess of a team. I always say they're cursed. If you don't believe in curses, just say they have bad luck, because they sure do have a lot of bad luck happen to them all the time. All the time. Not from time to time. All the time. Every year. Do we trust Jameis Winston? No, but the upside is there. Let's rank him ahead of Rodgers. Right here. This is around the spot where I do like Aaron Rodgers, and Gurley might have a good game, so I don't know about Goff. Goff's been playing okay, but he's got how many turnovers? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got so many turnovers, and I think he's going to have at least one more turnover this Thursday night game against Seattle. And let's finish this off here. Let's put Daniel Jones a bit higher. Let's put him right here. And Dak Prescott is more trustworthy than Andy Dalton. So let's put Dak Prescott right here. I do like him, and his rushing ability gives him a slight boost over Goff. Dalton has a sweet matchup, but with no John Ross, no AJ Green, and a poor O-line, he just doesn't have much of a floor. I guess his floor is with there will be he'll have some yards, he'll have a lot of attempts, I'm sure, and he could even dump off to the running back. Tyler Eifert's got a good matchup, but I don't know if he'll score a lot of touchdowns. That's his main concern. So kind of like a poor man's Matt Ryan as far as fantasy is concerned. We'll know he'll do some things, but will he be able to throw a lot of touchdowns? Andy Dalton going against the Cardinals, we don't know. That Bungles team's not looking too good, and I don't like Phillip Rivers this week. Still has a somewhat decent floor because he's good. He's a good regular season quarterback. I don't really want to rank him too much lower than that. Baker Mayfield could be a sneaky start, but with no Njoku and Jarvis Landry still in concussion protocol, be very cautious of him, and I'll leave him right around there. Teddy Bridgewater has a sweet matchup, but he never pushes the ball down the field. Kirk Cousins, what a mess. I will move him ahead of Chase Daniel, though, but just, oh man, he's been playing so horrible. I like Gardner Minshew going against the Panthers more than a lot of these. I trust him more than a lot of other players. I like him right here at number 18. And this is looking okay. I don't really like Kyle Allen. Let's see what happens to Jalen Ramsey. But a lot of these other quarterbacks are not looking too trustworthy. I did want to mention Sam Darnold, about a 50-50 chance he will play week 5, and that'll have a lot of effect on a lot of other positions, such as the Eagles defense, which we'll get into. He has mono. We'll see what's up. Josh Allen still in concussion protocol. Don't know if he's going to play or not. So I did rank these guys kind of low right here. This video is sponsored by Drafters. They're known for their daily and weekly live snake drafts. That's right, you can do a live snake draft for just one day or for 1 week. They also do have what's called a Rank'em contest. I do play this every week, and if you get there in time, you can head on over to drafters.com and enter in the Thursday night showdown Rank'em contest, Seattle versus Los Angeles Rams. We're going to enter in this one just so you can see what it's all about. $1.10 to enter. First place wins $150. It's a maximum of 400 people can hop in there, and so we're gonna go ahead and join this. You just rank your top 10 flex players for Thursday night, and I think a lot of people are gonna go with Cooper Kupp because this is a GPP, guaranteed prize pool. It is a tourney. It is difficult to win, but the prize is extremely big. $1.10 to enter. You could win $150 if you finish in first place. I finished second place last week, and then the week before that, I finished in second place and first place in the same GPP because I entered it 5 times. It's definitely doable, and the prize is super big. It's fun to play. It's super easy. It'll take you about 2 minutes. And so, like I said, a lot of people will be picking Cup number 1. I'm going to hop back on the Gurley train just for 1 week. So let's go with Gurley. And then for my second pick, let's do something crazy. Let's switch this one up a bit, and I'll probably enter 2 or 3 times. Let's go with DK Metcalf. I don't think anyone's going to be ranking him in the top 3, at least not too many people. So if he does get 2 touchdowns, boom, I'm going to hit it really big. I have a good feeling about that. And instead of going with Cup, let's go with Woods, and then let's go with Carson. Let's go with Cup. Disley over Lockett. No one's going to be doing that. So if Disley does better than Lockett, it significantly will increase our chances of winning. But now it's time to stop messing around. Let's go with Lockett, Cooks, Everett, and Penny. I think he's going to play, right? Is Rashad Penny going to play? I think he is. I'm going to check that in a second there. And who else we got here? David Moore. Let's go with him. And definitely Higbee. Okay, that's looking pretty good right there. So we got, yep, that's it. So we rank our top 10 players. And then boom, let's submit it and we're good to go. So I double checked. Yes, Rashad Penny is playing tonight, Thursday Night Football. So I definitely do want to have him in my top 10 rankings for the Rank 'Em contest. Also, if you don't get into Thursday night, definitely go here and enter this one here. They're giving away a signed mini helmet by Davante Adams. It's for Sunday, week 5. 100% free to enter. They're giving away a mini signed Davante Adams helmet. I'll definitely be entering this one. It is a Rank 'Em contest for Sunday. So head on over to drafters.com. You'll get a 100% deposit match up to $20 if you use promo code COUCH. So head on over to drafters.com, use promo code COUCH, and it really helps support the channel. Back to my rankings. For running backs, Christian McCaffrey has beasted 3 out of 4 games. I don't see him doing it against the Jaguars, though. Not saying he shouldn't be in the top 5 or top 6, top 7. Like, he'll be good. I just don't see it this week against the Jags. This could be a really messy game. Panthers, Jaguars. He'll still get his touches. He'll still get receptions. And it's honestly, it's kind of tough not to rank him number 1. The Giants should key in on stopping Dalvin Cook. Easier said than done. I think we're going to have to rank Dalvin Cook number 1. He's really proved to us that he is a super elite running back. Could be the best running back so far this year because he did some things against the Bears. It wasn't great. Didn't put up a ton of yards or anything, but he got in the end zone and got you fantasy points. And that's really best case scenario going against the Bears, knowing how bad Kirk Cousins has been playing and knowing how extremely good the Bears defense is. They wreak havoc every single week against every offense they go up against. And I'm going to move Zeke back up here. Let's put Zeke right here and Nick Chubb number 6. That looks pretty good. Fournette should have a big game against the Panthers. And I actually like Joe Mixon a lot. Let's put him right here. Going against the Cardinals. This is a risky one though, because he'll get the volume. He'll get his touches. I see him being involved in the pass game a little bit. Hopefully, at least that's what I'm thinking. And either team could win this one. It won't be such a lopsided matchup as it was week 4, Steelers-Bengals, where the Bengals had absolutely nothing on both sides of the ball, and the Steelers just completely dominated. It won't be like that against the Cardinals. The Cardinals' defense is bad against everything. They're bottom 3 in everything. They allow so many points to wide receivers, to tight ends, to quarterbacks, to running backs. Anybody on the Bengals could go off against the Cardinals. Fournette might be able to do it 2 weeks in a row, and now we have a little bit of a debacle. Which one's the better Chargers running back? We don't know. Honestly, we don't. I do know that Melvin Gordon is going to have a real role in this offense. Justin Jackson is unlikely to play, so we have these two running backs on the Chargers, Eckler and Melvin Gordon. We could see a 50-50 split. We could see Melvin Gordon take a breather if the Chargers are dominating. So I will go Austin Eckler over Melvin Gordon just for this week. They should ease in Melvin Gordon. And yeah, that's a likely scenario that the Chargers do win this game. No need to give Melvin Gordon the ball 20, 25 times. Although he should see a lot of touches because they should be using the running back a lot. Mike Williams is banged up. Dontrell Inman is on IR. And the running backs have just dominated on this offense in the pass game and in the run game. So I do like both these guys. Let's go ahead and move Todd Gurley up, and I have more trust in Todd Gurley than I do in Joe Mixon. Thursday night against the Seahawks could have a good game, and Aaron Jones could actually go off. I do see him potentially being a top 3, let's say realistically top 5, could squeeze in this top 5 right here. He could outscore Le'Veon Bell easily. Now, Bell gets a lot more yards from scrimmage, gets more receptions, and so temper expectations. But let's put him around. I want him right around here, 9 or 10. What do you guys think? And I know you guys already do it, but if you see any discrepancies or if I've made any mistakes in this video or just something that you see that, oh, that ranking is absolutely terrible or that ranking is absolutely amazing, like you crushed it or whatever, let me know in the comments. I do kind of want this to be a little bit more of a group thing. This is more of a behind the scenes type of look. Like I'm just doing my rankings. This is my first look at them. And I'm hitting submit, but I am going back and changing them. And a couple times you guys have pointed things out where I'm like, all right, you're right. I got to rank Joey Sly higher or something like that. So please do participate in the comments. I do read all the comments, and this is a fluid rankings list. I do change it up until Sunday morning kickoff. So I don't know, 9 or 10. I'm not too sure. Man, I think Fournette's going to do well. I think Mixon's going to do well. Let's go right. Let's go here. Let's go 9. I just have a good feeling about Aaron Jones. Okay, that's pretty good. And James Conner against the Ravens. It'd be a little bit different going against the Ravens than it was against the Bengals. Let's move Chris Carson ahead of Eckler. Hopefully he doesn't fumble. If he doesn't fumble, man, he's going to do really good. And Davante Freeman, you cannot be trusted. Let's actually put Wayne Gallman up ahead of Freeman and Connor. Let's put Wayne Gallman at 13. And David Montgomery, I see having a huge game against the Raiders. This could be the breakout game right here. And looking back to last year, Jordan Howard didn't do great, but he did okay. For just such a guy who was so disappointing and just didn't look good, didn't fit on that team. And Matt Nagy didn't like him, let's face it. If he liked him, he wouldn't have traded him away to Philadelphia. David Montgomery is much better. And he's been getting a lot more snaps. Mike Davis, Mike Davis has been completely phased out of this offense. It's really Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery. And a little bit of Cordell Patterson for some reason. Who I do like that player, but it's got to be the David Montgomery show. This should be the time. He punches in a couple touchdowns at the goal line. David Montgomery, borderline RB1 this week. I got that gut feeling. Derrick Henry's a bit low. I know it's a tough matchup and whatnot, but he's really been proving himself. And I like him right around here. I'd actually, yeah, right around here, I'd say. I think Wayne Gallman's involved a little bit more in the passing game And these rankings are PPR. It's super close between, yeah, it's super close between 8, 9. Yeah, even Todd Gurley, like between 8, 9, and all the way down here, it's super close. Like James Conner could easily be at number 8. Freeman can't. You cannot. Let's put, I don't like that Lindsey is splitting with Royce. So let's put, Sony Michel could have a lot of attempts, but his upside's, he's really a touchdown dependent type of player. Mark Ingram is super low. I like him a lot, but tough matchup going against the Steelers. Let's put him right here at 19. I do like Mark Ingram on the season, but this week in Pittsburgh, temper expectations. I like James White more than Cohen and Michelle, and even Chris Thompson. I'm going to put you right here. James White's getting so much work in the receiving game. He's actually startable in fantasy if it's full PPR. And I do hate James White in non-PPR. He got like 1 rushing. You want to average 1 rushing yard or 5 rushing yards or 10 rushing yards a game. Not going to be good in non-PPR. And Josh Jacobs, wow, what a tough matchup for you, bud. It's not going to be looking good. I will have you... Well, actually, Taylor Gabriel didn't practice today, so I actually do like Tariq Cohen when you got Anthony Miller not playing too many snaps or Taylor Gabriel not playing at all. So we'll leave Josh Jacobs there. And I think Jordan Howard is passing up Miles Sanders. So let's put Jordan Howard all the way up here, right around where Lindsey is. This could be another decent game for him. He's actually catching balls. What's going on there? And let's move Carlos Hyde up. Falcons are not good at stopping anything at all. So let's put him here. Could be a RB2. It's hard not to rank him top 24. He is splitting with Duke Johnson, though. Could be a high-scoring game. We don't quite know. Will it be Hyde? Will it be Duke Johnson? I mean, Hyde's getting half the touches. Like, I get that. But will it be more like 80% or 50%? And that's the big deal there. Because Duke Johnson could rack up some PPR points, take away some of those targets for Hyde. And Hyde could be more like the goal line back, not catch a lot of balls. And let's put... It's looking pretty good. Jalen Samuels moving on up. And where's Ronald Jones? My good friend, Rojo. We meet again. I think you finally took that RB1 spot, grabbed it by the horns, scoring touchdowns, making big runs, showing that you're way better than Peyton Barber. Unfortunately, this is not a great matchup going against the Saints, so let's move you up a couple spots, and let's move Barber down quite a bit. Now, Marlon Mack, I don't think he's going to play. Not sure, though. He could play, but I don't think he is going to play. I think Devin Singletary might play, so let's move him up a few spots, and we need to put Damian Williams up. I think he is going to play, and he could be better than LaShawn McCoy, so let's use LaShawn McCoy kind of like as a base foundation, and let's just put him right here. And I really like the Chiefs running back. Like, if it was just one, if we could combine Damian Williams, LaShawn McCoy, and Darrell Williams into one running back. Also for the Colts, Darius Leonard, star linebacker, has returned to practice. He did suffer a concussion, but that doesn't mean he is going to play. Without Darius Leonard, that should give Williams and McCoy a boost, and obviously keep tabs if Damian Williams is playing or not. My guess is that he is playing. Okay, and that looks pretty good for our running back rankings. And Tevin Coleman, definitely monitor if he's going to play or not. He is expected to practice, so let's boost him. Where's Rojo? That's a good basis right there. Where's Breida, actually? I like him more than Breida. Let's put you right here. Yeah. I'm just expecting him to play. Yeah, right there. Wow. That's a big boost for you, Tevin Coleman. I do have him in one league. By the way, guys, if you want the written form of my rankings, they're always available on fantasycouch.com, so you can head on over there. Wide receiver rankings. Wow, last week was like the weirdest one because no stud wide receiver did well except for Davante Adams, and that was the Thursday night game. Keenan Allen severely disappointed. I think he had a big play, but it was called back. It was like, was it 60 or 70 yard play against the Dolphins, and it was called back. So Keenan Allen this week. I don't, you know what I want? Yeah. Hopkins, pretty sweet schedule coming up next several weeks. Got to put Hopkins number 1, and I'm gonna put Julio number 2. If Drew Brees was playing, I would put Mike Thomas at number 3, but that man, Teddy Bridgewater, dude, he had like one throw that was more than 10-15 yards. Like he just doesn't throw a lot of touchdowns. Sweet matchup. Still ranking Mike Thomas in the top 5 is giving him a lot of respect, I would say. Odell is boom or bust. He could be boom against the Niners. He could be bust against the Niners. And Jarvis Landry in concussion protocol. I guess we got to leave Odell up here. He should get a lot of targets. But then again, if Jarvis isn't playing, Odell should get triple covered. I would have someone in the zone kind of preventing those slants, and I would have a corner on him. It doesn't have to be Richard Sherman necessarily, like whatever corner is on him, and then a safety up top. I think triple coverage is worth it. And if you stop those quick slants, those quick crossing routes, a linebacker or whoever's in that middle zone, that'll discourage those quick passes, which is where Baker can see a lot of success. And then you got a safety up top to discourage a lot of the deep throws. It's going to be tough. Like you'll be seeing some comebacks and some out routes, and that's about it. So the targets should be there. But like I said, just totally boom or bust. And actually, if Jarvis is out, this may actually hurt Odell Beckham, because Jarvis just had a great game week 4, and he deserves attention. So no Njoku, no Jarvis. All you have to do is stop Odell. Easier said than done, but I don't know if I want to rank him top 5. I think Tyler Boyd in a PPR is actually safer. I know it's crazy, but it is. And I mean, man, the guy didn't really do well week 4, by the way. So let's see what happens. I think without Jarvis, the Niners should easily get a dub. All they got to do is worry about Chubb and Beckham. You stop those two, you're good. Juju Smith-Schuster is dealing with a toe injury. Now, I would start him, but there is some worry here. And because of his toe injury that seems minor, I'm going to rank him down one spot and probably keep ranking him lower and lower. And I think Sammy Watkins will have a huge bounce back game. Well, my dog just farted. I don't know if that picked up on the microphone. It wasn't me. If it was me, I'd cut it out. So let's put Kupp. Actually, like Kupp more than Cooper even. And I do like Woods this game as well, almost as much as Kupp. They're going to be right there next to each other. I actually like Watkins more than Cooper. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. Fitzgerald should see a ton of targets against the Bungles. Julian Edelman could do some things. Dang, we're just trying to rank Juju lower and lower as much as we can, right? That's the name of the game. God, right around here. I think this is where the bleeding ends. Yep. And Coach Zimmer was asked, is Stephon Diggs going to play this week? And he said, we'll see. This is crazy, guys. How can a quarterback suck this much? What is going on? Is it like Devontae Parker's like, we'll see if Devontae Parker plays? Like, Dolphins suck. Wow, is this really going on right now? You guys have a great team if you just had an average quarterback. Like, you guys could do some things. The Vikings are a great team. They're really, really good team. Man, this is crazy. Like, Kirk Cousins, what a bust signing. And he wasn't that great last year, but he's regressed. He's even worse. I don't know what's going on. I mean, come on. Let's do something. I don't know. I'm not a Vikings fan. What do I care? Lions are looking better than the Vikings just because of Kirk Cousins. So I guess I'll rank Diggs lower because it's a bit of a question mark going on. Let's put him right here. Joe Flacco is not that good. Let's put, I think Sanders is kind of declining, and Sutton is kind of on the up and up. Stock is rising, man. If you're a Cortland Sutton owner, that's good news for you. And I do like Calvin Ridley this week. Let's put him up one spot. He's been pretty good the first couple weeks, pretty disappointing the last couple weeks. Let's see what he can do. I don't trust DJ Moore. And Jamison Crowder, obviously, he's garbage if Darnold doesn't play, and he's good if Darnold is healthy. And I don't even know if Darnold will be 100%. And I do like Hollywood Brown. Let's give him a significant boost. Let's put him right here around where Juju is. Also, keep in mind, Kiki Cutie gets a huge boost if Kenny Stills is out. And right now, you got a limited participation practice today, Thursday. So we really don't know what's up with these two. If Stills plays, Cutie is basically irrelevant. If Stills is out, then Cutie gets a huge boost. Let's go on to the next position. Tight ends, more of a crapshoot here. Got to rank Kelsey number one because what else? What am I going to do? Not rank him number one? Maybe this is the time he actually finishes number one. Ooh. All right. Evan Ingram going up against the Vikings. And I think Tyler Eifert going up against the Cardinals is an amazing start this week. I see him as a top 10 tight end. I actually do trust him. Now, this is just for 1 week, a great 1 week rental. He is injury prone. I don't want him, for the rest of the season. But if you need a tight end, and a lot of you guys out there are desperate for a tight end, no Njoku, no Hunter Henry, just so much going on. OJ Howard is not to be trusted. Hawkinson is on bye. So there's just so much going on that Tyler Eifert is a tight end one this week. I actually do trust him more than Olsen. Will Dissly's absolute beast, so he's in here. Darren Waller. Let's put Austin Hooper right here, actually, at number 7. So I like these top 9, and let's see if we can get more players in there. With Davante Adams out, expect Jimmy Graham to get more targets. I don't trust Kyle Allen just yet. He didn't play too well week 4. He looked good week 3 against the Cardinals, but not the following week against the Texans. And that looks about right. Jared Cook, man, can he do some things? Probably not with Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater just not a ton of upside, doesn't do too many crazy things on offense. Just tries to run out of there with the win. Don't do anything risky. Don't turn the ball over. A true game manager, this Teddy Bridgewater is. Finally, some positions that I absolutely love ranking. Defenses, let's reverse engineer this thing. Starting from the bottom to the top. Colts and Washington, they're the bottom two. Colts going against the Chiefs. Washington going against the Patriots. Jets, I guess we can rank them lower. Giants, we can rank higher, I think. I want to rank the Giants higher. Going against Kirk Cousins, maybe something. The Giants could win this game. They can do it. I don't know if they will, but they can. I don't like the Cardinals, man. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, let's put the Cardinals. It's just this trust factor is just so low. Even though they're going against the Bengals, it's still low for me. Same thing with the Falcons. They're going to have to get a couple of big plays to be able to do anything. They're being ranked super low for me as well, going down here. And let's see, do we have anything else that's crappy? Well, Chiefs, I don't. If T.Y. Hilton's playing and Mac is playing, it's bad. But if Mac is out, that gives him a little boost. And if T.Y. Hilton is out, that actually gives him a huge boost. But as of right now, I'm kind of having him right here below the Giants. And what was this Cowboys-Packers game? Could be defensive, could be offensive. A lot of things could happen in this Cowboys-Packers game. Dak and Zeke had a bad game against the Saints. Davante Adams is out. So this is going to be a close game, I think. And I don't think Dak sucks. I really don't. Okay, getting bored of looking at the bottom. Let's look at the top. Number 1, Patriots. That's what I want. And number 2, Bears. Now, the Eagles could be the number 1 defense if Darnold is out. I do have him ranked 3 right here, which is a great spot. Now, if Darnold does play, they're still good, but might want to move him down a spot. And the Titans, this is kind of weird because Josh Allen gives them a boost, but he does not throw the ball that well, or at least he didn't against the Patriots. So I do like Josh Allen overall as a quarterback, but the way he was throwing the ball week 4 against New England did cause a little bit of concern for me. He still has the upside with those rushing stats, though. And I love the Bills' defense. They're a very good defense going against the Titans. Marcus Mariota can't do too many things. Derrick Henry, can they keep him contained and win this game? I think the Bills can. This could be a defensive battle here. Low scoring game. Titans going against the Bills in Tennessee. Ravens are a bit underrated. I think they're a good start against the Steelers. Like, what have we seen from the Steelers that's like, oh, I'm so scared to start the Ravens D this week? They destroyed the Bengals. Okay, a lot of teams do that. A lot of teams beat up the Bengals. Okay, so not too scared of the Steelers. I think the Ravens defense should be good. And then on top of that, we have injuries to Vance McDonald and also Juju Smith-Schuster. Of course, keep tabs on those. Don't know what's going to happen. These teams do play in the first wave of games on Sunday. Chargers D could get a huge boost. I actually like them even more. I'd put them right here. I really do like the Chargers D. Going against the Broncos, that team's a bit deflated, uninspired. Bradley Chubb's on IR. Man, Broncos team's not good. You think they're going to go for Trevor Lawrence in the 2021 NFL draft? Jaguars D. Man, what is up with these teams, man? If Jalen Ramsey was healthy and playing and dedicated, I could move them up to like number 5, but he's not. We'll leave him there. Still a good defense to start against Kyle Allen. These two defenses need a downgrade. Even Saints need a downgrade, and so do the Raiders. Okay, let's put the Steelers up here. Let's put the Bengals D below the Bucks, and yeah, let's put the Bengals D right here. Let's put them right here, actually. Right, yeah, pretty low. And Raiders D, yeah, Bears don't score too many points, but I think they will this game. Don't trust the Raiders defense. Let's put them right here. Right below Tampa Bay. Let's put the Cowboys D right here. I think this could be a good test for the Buccaneers defense. Could be a bit of a shootout. It's going to be tough to stop Kamara in the passing game especially. But the Buccaneers D might be able to stop Teddy Bridgewater. We saw the Cowboys D do it. That was a low scoring game. What was that score? 12-10? Saints won? I think the Buccaneers defense has a lot of upside here. As long as Breeze isn't playing, Buccaneers D is a good streaming option if you're in one of those super deep leagues. I'm in a 20-team league. I'd start the Bucs D. And that looks pretty good here. I don't like the Saints D going against the Bucs. I don't like that. I do not. Let's move them down here. Okay, and I don't like the Panthers going against the Jags actually either. Let's move them down. This could be a high-scoring game. Rams Saints finally. Rams Seahawks. Rams. I don't know who's gonna win. I think Seahawks might win. Usually the Rams win, but I think Seahawks might win this week. And on to the most important position of them all, kicker. Harrison Butker. How could you not like that? All right, what do we got here? Robbie Gould. He's so trustworthy. Jake Elliott, I'm actually going to be moving him very high. I got him right here, number 2 overall kicker, especially if Darnold is out. Eagles defense should be able to stop the Jets. They should be in field goal range all the time, every drive. Plenty of opportunities for extra points and field goals. And then when it's the second half, Eagles should be comfortable settling for field goals. Don't need to risk turning the ball over, throwing a pick six or something. Just settle for field goals. Jake Elliott will have tons of opportunities and tons of fantasy points. And the rest is honestly a crapshoot. Like Academy Fairbairn, he could be a top 3, top 4 kicker, but accuracy could be a small issue for him. And Robbie Gould is always just an absolute G. So let's move him to number 5. Will Lutz is great, but I like him more with Drew Brees. And I'm trying to see if there's anything that's weird here. Weird? Is this weird? Is this weird? Are you healthy, Eddie Pinheiro? I like Josh Lambo. Let's move him up. And let's move Matt Bryant here, who I like, but we can't trust the Falcons. Let's move Matt Gay right here. Mason Crosby right here. I don't like Joey Sly this week. But he's better than Vinatieri. I think he's around the same as Myers and Brett Maher. So let's move Maher here. I like Jason Myers. I don't know how many opportunities he's going to get, but he's a very talented kicker. He's very good when he does get his opportunities. And yeah, I just don't trust Vinny that much. So right around here. I'm disrespecting Joey Sly less, okay? I know you guys say I disrespect him a lot. I'm disrespecting him less by leaving him in the top 10 for my Week 5 fantasy football rankings at kicker. Oh, and one more thing at kicker. Mike Nugent is the kicker for the Patriots. They did also sign Younghoe Koo, put him on their practice squad because Mike Nugent did suck when he did play a lot. But he is a veteran. Let's see what he can do on the Patriots. And also the Chargers, they did sign Chase McLaughlin, and I do believe he will be the kicker, and it won't be Ty Lon, the punter, kicking anymore. Michael Badgley is going to be out a few extra weeks with that groin injury. So Chase McLaughlin could be really good. Does have a good matchup against the Broncos. So only reason I'm having him low is I just want to make sure he's playing and he's okay and he's good. A lot of things in flux with Gostkowski going on IR and Michael Badgley re-injuring his groin injury or whatever happened. He's going to miss multiple weeks. Make sure you guys do visit drafters.com, and when you deposit, use promo code COUCH. They have Rankem contests for Thursday and Sunday. And of course, make sure you do enter for that Davante Adams signed mini helmet. Make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel by hitting that couch icon over there. Also, we have a second YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. Make sure you guys do subscribe to that as well. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thumbs down if you did not. And I'll catch you on the next video / live stream.